Okay. So I'm pretty sure nobody wanted to see me do this again. But yeah, we're going to make a new character. And according to the POV, as you can tell, spiders. Yes, another damn minion build. I don't care. I love minion builds. Also, I haven't played spiders since. I think I did it like after Metamorph. Or it could have been before. I don't remember. It's been a long ass time since I played spiders. But we're going to play spiders. Now, I'm following along with Kay's build. If you don't know who Kay's is, get out of a hole. Kay makes great minion builds. She's all about minion builds. Go follow her YouTube channel, Kay's Kay Summoning or something like that. Check real quick. Kay Gaming, actually KayGaming, and I'm following along with her build for the spiders. And I spent 13 Exalt on it. Shit. So I've spent 13 Exalt and I still don't have the best gear. But I have pretty damn good gear. As you can see, I will be able to do 2.632579.5 DPS. So over 2.5 million DPS. And this is my gear. This is her tree with the skill gems, not her skill gems leveled everything, but my skill gems that I'll have, like just level 20 skill gems. No quality on some of them. I did buy a couple of them though. Like I have an anomalous ray specter. I could not for freaking afford the breeding frenzy anomalous one. Damn, that's expensive as all get out. That's another 4 exalts on top of that. I got an anomalous control destruction because this is required. Otherwise, your specters and carrion golem will kill themselves. No quality on any of the others though. I did buy a level 3 empower. It's something else might be better in this slot, but shoot, whatever. We'll just do a level 3 empower here. Feeble, Despair, Tempt Chains, Blasphemy. It calls for Awakened Blasphemy, but I didn't have the currency at the time. I do now, so I'll probably go buy one real quick. If I can buy one, I'm not sure. Let me check real quick. I'm going in game. You ain't gonna miss anything. I need to check my stash. I think I sold like Awakened Sextants. A lot of them. Yeah, I have 114. That might be enough. So be aware that that might change. I may go ahead and buy Awakened Blasphemy to put on. It might be a little bit level 2. I'm not sure if I will be able to afford a level 5, but if I can, I will. And then we have the Determination, Defiance Banner, Tempest Shield, none of it qualityed with a level 3 Enlightened, not a level 4. Sorry. This is the it should also be, even though it doesn't matter whatsoever. This is the Enlighten I had on my other minion character, my Scum and Skeleton Mages. The Enlighten I bought on her. And then we have the Fang with Multi-Strike, supposed to be Awakened Multi-Strike. Can't freaking afford Awakened Multi-Strike, even a level 1. Damn, that's expensive. But the Divergent Withering Touch I was able to afford. It's a like level 15 with 20 quality on it. Awakened Minion Damage, I was able to purchase a level 4 one with 20 quality on it. It's corrupted, so we're no level 6, but we can get it to level 5 eventually, maybe. We got the Val Haste. I did purchase an Awakened Generosity. It's only level 1, and I qualityed it myself up to 20%, even though that's not really needed, but whatever. Whatever. And then Divine Ire is just Divine Ire. It actually should be just level 1. We're not leveling it. It's just to kill the worms and to kill the flask to raise our specters. Oh, well, not our specters, but our spiders. And that's it. Like I said, hardly anything has 20 quality. Eventually, I may go over and grab some get more gems from my skeleton mage character if I feel like it, but I don't know if I will. These are the items I purchased and are going to use. I'll show them to you in my stash in a minute. We got the Fang. It's corrupted, but it's got 200% increased physical damage and a high adds physical damage with adds chaos damage and a poison chance on hit. So I went ahead and just bought this corrupted one. It was a little bit of a pain to color it and socket it because it was only 2 socketed and it was 2 blue. But just putting on 3 sockets and with Jeweler's orbs and Val orbs, and then coloring it 1 red for 4 chromatics and 4 Val orbs, took care of that. Aegis Aurora, in no melding of flesh, not with all this other stuff on it, we couldn't afford something like melding of the flesh and to gear up for it. So we got Aegis Aurora going with a lot of max cold res and everything, and you know, all that stuff going for us. Ancient Skull is our helmet. That's why we have the anomalous control destruction, so our minions can't crit. They have 100% less critical strike chance, so they should not be able to crit at all, because if those guys crit, they're going to get the hear the whispers for 5 seconds after they deal a critical strike, which means they take damage over time. We don't want them to take damage over time, so with that on, they cannot crit whatsoever. Is mainly what that's for. This body armor I bought, I looked into it. She said recommended buying like a astral plate. No. I calculated how much chromatics it would take to get 5 blue on a astral plate. It was over 8 exalts worth of chromatics. No. Nobody is actually selling 8 exalts worth of chromatics. They can't. They don't have that much. So no, I went with an armor energy shield base, and I actually kind of crafted this myself. I bought the level 80 item level 80 Havoc Coat Saint Harburg Warlord item. You can also buy Elder at item level 80, and I rolled this with Greaves. The only thing that could have been better on this is if I could have got a res on this. I was really hurting for res. I had to spend a lot more on my rings, get res. So yes, if I had and I had to get some res on my ghastly eye jewels too. If I had some res on here, this would have helped a lot. So if you can get that, and I crafted the increased maximum life on there, and it's the maximum mana, and it had mana on there too. The big thing is the recover 6% of life on kill. POB doesn't cover that, but tied with the life gained on kill, you get a lot of life back when your minions kill things. So mapping is going to be pretty easy. Bossing is going to be okay. You should be able to do bossing okay. So we have the Gravebind gloves, the Chaos Res, Priest Armor Evasion, life gained on kill. Enemy enemies killed by anyone count as being killed by you instead. Wind Shriek. Boots. This is just so we can have 3 curses on, because we're going to have 2 from, we'll have 1 base, another from our Ascendancy of Occultist, and then the 3rd one from these boots. That'll give us elemental resistance, movement speed. The elemental damage doesn't do anything. Area of effect of hex skills. I don't even know if that'll work with blasphemy or not, because we're going to be blaspheming all of them. And then increased armor. In presence, I shouldn't have sold the presence I bought for that other character, because I just bought it again. This is a better one, better rolled one, I would say. Not as much damage, increased % damage over time, but a lot higher adds to chaos damage. And then a decent life roll on it with some chaos res, so we can have that, and then the despair stuff. And then we'll have the game magnet present thing, which I think is like damage or something like that. I can't. And then we have two amethyst rings. I was able to get these so we can max out our chaos res. Had to pay a little bit extra, but they weren't that bad because I didn't have to have that high of a dexterity roll. I split the dexterity roll basically between the two rings, and that was enough. You only use up enough dexterity as you have. Your Val Haste is going to be the main one that costs you your dex. Only level it up as far as you can go. You don't need to level it any higher, but as soon as you get you some more dex and you can level it, just level it again. And there you go. So we got these two, mainly dex on them. Life is crafted on one of them. I haven't crafted life on the other. I forgot. So I'll have to craft life on that one. And it's got dex. The evasion rating doesn't really do anything. 2 res, and then the crafted life roll, and the chaos resistance up there, and then more chaos resistance here with dex, maximum mana, rarity doesn't work anything, and some elemental resist with the lightning resist. Kind of maxes me out with the stuff on my jewels. So I just got to remember to craft life on this one, and it's just alchemy orbs. It can only go up to 55. Low life rolls, of course, but you have to do what you do. And then we got a Darkness Enthroned. I went with this instead of a Stygian Vice, so we could have an extra Ghastly Eye Jewel. And then we got, it gives us 75% increased effect of socketed ones. I kind of think I got the best ones in here. I'm not sure. They could be better. I'm not sure if the thing affects the implicit, the 2% increased reservation efficiency of skills, but hey, if it does, great. The damage penetrates doesn't do anything for us, so because we're chaos damage, but we got the minions have a chance to hinder enemies on hit with spells, but there's no spell, so that's not going to work. And then the damage and the life and the maximum energy shield for some energy shield. Then I have this one for life, for energy shield, and then the minions have attack and cast speed. So this should have a more attack and cast speed than just 8% on it. And then of course we have endurance charge generation, but I don't think we get endurance charges in. And then we have our flask, of course. She recommends a panicked life flask, but I ran out of alteration orbs rolling these flasks, so two of them. So yeah, I kind of just went with the gain charges when you hit, and then bleeding immune. Then we have the basalt flask we had before, which gives us armor. This I think was on my skeleton mage character, I think. And then the quicksilver flask I think came from my RF character. So there's that. And then we have the I had to roll this quartz flask of walrus to get freeze immune, because we don't take Brian King or any other kind of freeze immunity. So I also put on, as you can see, when you become frozen, so we can remove the frozen. Basically that's really all it's for, unless we like run into a pack of enemies we have to walk. And then we have our withering jar, so we can summon our spiders. Basically what you do to summon our spiders, we throw down 2 desecrates, one pop the flask, hold divine ire, and the divine ire should kill the worms, and the worms will, when they die, will summon our spiders, and we should get 20 spiders a pop. And then we have some other things. So like this Ghastly Eye Jewel with some elemental res. I had to get some elemental res, but it's still got damage, life, and dex and intelligence on it to help out there. This Ghastly Eye Jewel has cold res on it. I purchased this one, of course. Both of these together probably were 2 exalts. And then we have the Animus Gaze. This was and it's a max rolled one, so there we go there. And then we have Behemoth Shine, small cluster, Glyph Creed, small cluster, and this Bliss large cluster. I'll go over cluster jewels in just a second on the passive screen. And then we have Ancient Spear. Ghastly Eye Jewel, which gives us some cast speed, reduce reflect physical damage taken, life, and minion skill increased damage. Okay, so the cluster jewels. I can't believe I spent this much on this large cluster jewel, but I did. I spent 5 exalts on this cluster jewel. It's an 8 passive skill. It gives me elemental res because I needed elemental res, feasting fiends, renewal, and vicious bite. The feasting fiends give us a minion's life, damage, and minions leech damage as life. Renewal, minions regenerate 1% of life per second. Minions have a 5% chance to deal double damage while they're on full life. And then vicious bite, minions have 30% increased critical strike chance. Minions have plus 15% to critical strike multiplier. I don't know if that's going to do anything or not. I may just undo this one and save a point there. I just got it in for now. And then of course, each one of these little passives gives us our elemental res. I think we have to have all of them to make sure our reses are maxed. Well, we can actually drop these two. So if we want to, we don't have to take this back wheel back here. Okay, so that was 5 exalts. God damn, that was expensive. Then we have this small cluster jewel here, Enduring Composure. This was not that expensive. This was only 40C for me, but it gives me elemental res and fire res, which I needed. It actually was 3 passive skills, and I kind of went ahead and took it because I needed the res. And then the Enduring Composure is we gain 1 endurance charge every second if you've been hit recently. So this is where we get our endurance charges. Okay, I forgot to go up here to this and add. Yes, we have endurance charge. I'll only actually set it to 1 just in case. Okay. So, and it gives us 30% increased more armor, so that's nice. And then we have this small cluster jewel, the Behemoth Shine, which gives us elemental res, lightning res, because we needed res, and surging vitality, which gives us increased life, and every 4 seconds we will regenerate 10% of life over 1 second, which is nice. And it was only a 2 passive deal, which is all we needed for our res. Lastly, okay. No. Okay. So I'm going to be making this character. Of course, our ascendancy is going to be Occultist, as you can see. We're going to get Void Beacon, Withering Presence, and then we got to get Malediction so we can have our 3 curses when we get there, and then our Profane Bloom, so we will explode our enemies every now and then. So this will greatly increase our clear there with the Profane Bloom. But we want to go with the Withering Presence because this gives us Chaos Res. A lot of it. And more chaos damage every second. Inflict Withered on nearby enemies for 15 seconds. Nearby enemies deal 15% reduced damage over time. So yeah, it's all a big old thing here to help us out. I'm going to be leveling minions. So yeah, I'm going to be leveling. I don't know if I'll be leveling with skeletons, but I definitely be leveling with zombies, summoning raging spirits, and probably then I'll switch to skeletons once I get to level 12, and we'll go from there. And we'll just do melee skeletons as we level. I'll probably have to get this life wheel up here. I'll probably have to do some respecs and everything, because this is just a thing. The only other tree she gave was one for 2 cluster jewels. So she just gave the 1 cluster jewel, and then we have the 2 cluster jewels, which is up here. If we ever get enough money, we have to buy another one of those 5 exalt ones. And this is where we put our Quickening Covenant and our Fortress Covenant to do all of that. So yeah, that's going to be a lot later on if we ever get like 5 exalts again, if we can afford it. Yeah, there we go there. I'm not going to be doing 2 clusters. Also, it takes to level 100 to hit all of that. So yeah, no. Also, I did do a little change. I don't know why. She doesn't have. I think this helps me out here. This increased random razor. Let me go back to mine and check, see if I can drop those or not. I don't think I can. So if I put this on and drop this node here, what's my mana gonna go to? 89, and then this one is 35. It's 35 mana. I'm not totally sure about that. We're not under mana, so that's good, but can we afford to cast our skills? I don't even know. We have to at least be able to cast. Okay, that's just 3 mana, but it is a charging deal, so it might take more mana. I'm not sure. Fighters don't cost any. We have our Desecrate, which only going to cost us 11 mana. Spirit Offering, which cost us 33. Ooh. Okay. Flame Dash cost us 23. Molten Shell cost us 12. The Summon Karim Golems and Ray Spectre should not be needed to summon after they're already summoned. 56 mana though, and 29 mana for the Spectre. So I wouldn't be able to cost my Summon Karim Golem without turning off a orb, but that's not a big. So I just have to turn off an orb to summon our golems. So it looks like everything is under cost. It's just going to take a minute. Because this is going to cost us 22 mana each cast. So that's 22 mana. And then we need to pop our flask and then hold Divine Ire. And Divine Ire costs 3 mana. Then it costs... I don't remember if it does... I don't remember if it costs more as it channels or not. It might cost more as it channels. We'll have to see. Yeah. I'm just gonna call it here. So this is what we're gonna be doing tomorrow. Because it's already like 10 o'clock at night my time, I think. Yeah, it's 10:35. I'm not starting this tonight. I'll be starting it first thing I get up in the morning and after I have breakfast. So look forward to another leveling character. This time we're going Occultist again. And this time we're going to be a minion. Minion Occultist. Yeah, that's a thing. If you're going Chaos minions, that's a thing. But I'm really... it cost a lot, but I'm really happy that we could do this. Because this is 2.6 million damage. It's nothing to sneeze at. We can kill pretty much damn anything. It's the survivability that's going to be a problem, I think. We have an effective hit pool of 116,000. But still, I don't know about that. We go back to our skeleton mages here. We're doing 4.4 million. So it's not quite close to our Spectre, our skeleton mages build. But it's doable. Doable. So we'll get there. Well, I think we'll get there eventually, maybe. Maybe, hopefully. But that's still more than enough damage to kill pretty much everything, just like our skeleton mage build. I just didn't want to face the bosses. And this is 2.6 million DPS with Uber Pinnacle boss selected. Of course, we don't have bosses selected in our skeleton mages because we have that chest piece, which is the Fleshcrafter. Because they have no resistance. They have no resistances while we have that on against our minions. So we don't choose a enemy boss. So that's why we're doing 4 million damage. So they're gonna nerf the shit out of Fleshcrafter. But spiders, maybe not. Spiders may survive. We'll have to see. So I'm gonna end this here. This has already been long enough. It's 24 minutes video. Almost 25. So I'll see everyone tomorrow when I start leveling this build. I hope everyone will enjoy another leveling, and I'll see y'all then. Have fun. Bye.